What is up, everyone? Today I am talking again about Jobber CRM software. This is for any business owners, service-based businesses, anybody that is wanting to make more money in their business. This is not a catch-22. I'm not selling you a course. This is purely about an implementation into your company that I have implemented into two of my service-based companies that have made me more money specifically, let's get specific. They have landed me more clients, which in turn has made me more money and made my business grow without as heavy-handed in marketing. I'm just landing a higher percentage of the bids that I do give out. And I'm going to be honest, I attribute that, in my personal opinion. I've asked a few people about it. And by a few, I mean like four. But most of them are like, you're a professional. Now, with that, I think that they mean myself personally. I try to be very articulate, very crisp and clear about what is going to be done, how it's going to happen, the different variables that may come up. I try to be clear in that sense. But also, I've had a few people say just your bid process, how streamlined it was, how crisp it was. And when I received the bid, everything was spelled out so nicely and looked so clean. I had confidence in your company, right? For those of you who don't know, I own a lawn and land company. We do some residential lawns, and we do actually quite a bit of land clearing, road cutting, just all encompassing land management, if you will. So this is a newer company, so we're still trying to find our niche. We started out thinking we were going to do some more residential lawns, and then as we got phone calls, it realized that more people wanted 3-acre mows, 5-acre mows. We did a 20-acre mow. So we did some road clearing, we did some road cutting, we did some roadside management. So we've just been enjoying it. I started this company as an experiment to see if there's money in this landscape style business. And so far, I'd say yes. And I'll make another video about what we've made so far. We've already actually made all of our money back on everything that I spent to start the business, so that's exciting. But let's dive into Jobber right now, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and actually pull my phone up on the screen, and I'm going to show you something that's really awesome, okay? There's my phone. Y'all got it. I have these business cards. These business cards are the cards that I hand out to people, and it has a QR code on the back. My door hangers have QR codes on the back. My I don't have any yard signs in here, but my yard signs have QR codes. If you are in an area that's somewhat with the times, when people see QR codes, they see that you've thought through your business, you've implemented something, you've gone the extra step to serve your customer in a more streamlined way. People love scanning my QR codes. When they say, "Hey, do you have a business card?" I'm like, "Yeah, here's my business card." And whatever you need done, if you scan this QR code, you can upload pictures, you can do all this other stuff. So what we're going to do here today is we're going to actually run through this, and I'm going to sign up for work for my company through my QR code and show you how Jobber makes my business seem bigger than life. Before I scan this real quick with my phone, I wanted to say, Jobber is when we go through this, it's going to look like a very clean and crisp and simple interface, which it is. But it's like, well, let's just go through it, and I'll explain as we go. So we're going to open this up. We're going to go to my camera. So I'm going to scan this QR code. Boom, it's right there. I'm going to tap on that. It's going to open up, and you can see here at the top, it says Green Duck Lawn Care, and then I can just enter my name. So I'm going to enter John Dawson, my email. Let's just go with Green Duck. My phone number 12345678890. Street address, I'm just going to leave that blank because none of y'all need to know where I live. And then tell us about what needs to be done. So I can put or the client can put anything here. I need 2 miles of road cleared and brush hauled away. And then right down here, they can mark, okay, is this a one-time thing weekly? Obviously, this is going to be like a one-time thing. And then let's just show you the diversity of this. So they can do one-time bi-weekly. And then here at the top, they can say, and road maintenance every other week, right? And then they can put bi-weekly. So, and then this is the availability. So that right here it says, what would be the best time for an assessment for work? Let's say the 29th, and let's say I can also probably do the 30th, and morning and evening are best because I'm busy during the afternoon. Now, I can upload photos if I want. So if I click on this upload photo button, I can go to photos and I can, you know, choose, okay, here, I want to upload, let's just upload this photo here. Um, and then that'll upload to the jobber request form. If I want to open up another photo, I can go in here and I can choose, this photo. So as the client's going through here, they can choose all these photos, upload them, and then all they're going to do here is once they get what they need done, their address, their phone number, their email, all that stuff, they hit submit, and it's going to say, thank you for requesting work with us. Your request has been submitted, and a copy has been emailed to you. So not only did I submit that copy to Green Duck, but I'm getting a copy of what I submitted, so they can also refer to what they sent you instead of being like, oh, I don't really remember, like, what did I send you? Like, what did I ask you to do? Like, did I mention this? They can actually see that on their email side. So after that happens, let's go ahead and go over to my Jobber app. I'm going to see in my Jobber app, let's refresh it, one new request. You can see it right here. So I tap on this one new request, John Dawson. That's me, your boy. And I can see I need 2 miles of road cleared and brush hauled away and road maintenance every other week. And I can see that they want the one time for the top. They're going to have the bi-weekly for the maintenance. They showed me the day. So July 29th and July 30th. Morning and evening. So I know, so that's clear to me, and I know exactly what's going on. So what I'm going to do is, if I can look at the pictures, which I can scroll over here and I'll see the pictures. So you just scroll back and forth from request to notes and I'll see the pictures. So if I can get enough information from those pictures, then I'm like, okay, yeah, this is a standard, $145 an hour job, or this is a standard, $1,500 cap job, whatever it is. I can go ahead and schedule the assessment. So basically I can hit schedule and I can, well, let me just hit it and I'll open it up. I can say instructions, we will arrive blah, 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 blah at this time. And then I hit the schedule and I can choose the day and the time and I can schedule an assessment. If I have enough information from the photos and from the text request, I can just go ahead and convert it to quote. I can do job title, road clearing in Texas, whatever you want to label it. And I can create the line items. So I have some pre-saved line items, or I can make a new line item. So it's a service, the name, road clearing, and then I can just put in exactly what I'm going to do. Bring skid steer to knock down all trees. I'm not going to let you guys sit here while I struggle to spell because we don't need none of that for nobody. But anyway, you go ahead and you put all that down there, and then you can do unit price. So usually what I'll do is if I'm doing an hourly job, like some jobs where they're like, hey, I want like this cleared, but I only have X amount of budget, then I'll be like, okay, well, we can do, $175 an hour. And we have like a 5-hour minimum, so we can do $175 an hour, start with a 5-hour minimum. After those 5 hours are done, you can see how much we've gotten done. You can choose to do a few more hours, or you can reschedule for a different time when you have more money, whatever else they want to do. Or if it's something where it's just a bid, like if I want this cluster of oak trees cleaned up, or I want your lawn cut, then I can just go ahead and be like, okay, yeah, to mow 25 acres is gonna be $3,800, whatever it is. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. And then I'll do quantity one. So if I'm doing hourly, I'll do $175 an hour, and then I'll do 5 hours, right? Because then that's going to, down at the bottom here, you'll see that accumulates to $875. So if I'm bidding a job per the hour, I'll use the unit price and the quantity as the hour, and usually I'll put up here, I'll be in the description, I'll put billed by the hour, and then that way they know the unit price is $175 an hour, which will be specified in the description, and then I can mark how many hours. And then once that's done, I can save line item and then add other line items if I want to. I have a credit card service fee, which is 3%. You can add discounts in there if you want to. You can require a deposit. You can see down there at the bottom, you can require a deposit. And then you can also add a client message like, hey, John, thanks for requesting service from your own company. And then I can save that quote. Oh, sorry. I didn't add an address into the bid, so I can't send it because I don't have an address. Well, let me add an address. I'll just turn the screen off while I add the address. I'm just going to choose actually a random address. There we go. All right. So that's not even my address. That's just a random address in Texas. So then I can save quote. It'll go ahead and pop up to this. So it's like, okay, so this job is going to cost $875 with $26 in credit card service fee. You're doing it such and such. So I can approve and schedule if I've already talked to them on the phone or something. I can approve and schedule, or I can send it. So this means I can send through a text or I can send by email. But look how crisp this is. This is going to come to them with the quote number 137, John Dawson, the address, which again, I don't know whose address that is. If it's yours, I'm sorry. And then it's going to say, the line items that I need, the prices. It's going to break all that down, and I can send it by text, right? So it's going to actually, let's go ahead and do this. So I'm going to go ahead and send that to my phone number. So here we see the text message came through from Jobber. It says, "Hi, John Dawson. Here's your quote for Green Duck Lawn Care. View your quote here." So I can tap on this, and again, it opens it back up, and it shows exactly. It's got the branding at the top. I mean, so you guys get what I'm getting at here, and I can go on and on and on, and I don't want to bore you guys, but you get what I'm getting at here. When people see stuff like this, right? When people see stuff like this. And they know that they can scan it, and you have this interface that's branded. It looks like you have a very in-depth website, basically, right? They're like, okay, every time I go to request, like there's portals for pictures, there's portals for addresses, for credit cards. It's secure. It just gives people confidence in your business. And if you are running a business, I would like to suggest this to you. Again, do what you want, but the biggest hesitation when trying to land a client is comfortability and confidence, right? Think about when you buy anything. When you go out to buy something, your number one thing is this going to last? Do I trust the person who's selling this to me? And is it going to actually like deliver on what they say it's going to deliver? If I'm going to sell you a cell phone, you're not just going to be like, okay, I'm going to buy any cell phone. When you see a cell phone on, Temu, you assume that cell phone isn't a great cell phone, because there's no real infrastructure behind it. You can't find the brand that makes it. You don't know what the specs are. Like, it's just kind of this off brand that you don't have any substance behind, right? But when you see someone selling an iPhone, you're like, well, that's an iPhone. I know what an iPhone stands for, because iPhone has all this literature and all this website and everything backing it. Like, I just know iPhone. I've heard of it. It's branded, right? That's what Jobber does for your business. When someone scans a QR code and pulls up with a branded portal with a bunch of different entries that they can enter, and they can upload photos, and they can receive text messages with links to invoices, to quotes, to bids, to all this different stuff, that right there is giving you iPhone vibes versus Temu vibes, right? They're like, okay, this company has obviously invested money in their back end, right? And I'm not talking about BBLs. They've invested money in their back end, right? They're obviously here to do good business, to stay around in the community and serve the community with quality business or quality service. And I don't have as much of a hesitation, right? Removing hesitations from your clients is the biggest thing. If you run around with a business card that has a stick art thing that you pulled off of, Google, and it's got like, discount lawn care written in, New Times Roman font, people are going to be like, okay, like, are you going to keep showing up? Are you gonna like land this job, and then I'm gonna have to like try and track you down? Are you gonna ask for a massive deposit up front, and then not show up for months and months, if at all? Another huge thing that I think also gives me the upper hand is I never request money up front. I due to the job sizes that I get, like when I was a custom home builder, obviously I received deposits up front, right? You're not going to spend $40,000, $50,000 for a framing package without having received a dime. But with these jobs, I mean, the most expensive job I've done is maybe $3,000. I can front the cost to get that job done to where the client can pay at the end. That way they know I'm confident, and I say, listen, you only pay when you're satisfied with the work that was requested, and we did what we said we were going to do, and then you pay. And I've never had problems with it. Eventually, I'm sure I'll have someone who doesn't want to pay. That's part of business, but getting that credibility is huge. You want people to think of you as an iPhone, not a Temu kid's cell phone, right? Build that infrastructure, get Jobber. You can try it for 14 days for free. No credit card needed. If you forget about it and you sign up, it's not going to bill you on day 15. It's just going to disappear, and you're not going to be charged. So there's no fear in signing up with Jobber for 14 days for free, because if you forget about it, like me, I forget about all the subscriptions that give me 3-day, 7-day trials, and they always get me. Jobber doesn't do that, which I have mad respect for them for doing that. Check out Jobber. The link is below. 14-day free trial. Sign up after that. I promise you guys, if you have a service-based business, this is much better than QuickBooks. It's much better than Workforce. It's much better than a lot of the other CRM softwares that I've used, because you don't have to spend weeks and weeks at a time trying to learn this software. It is simple, it is easy, it is streamlined, it fits into your business, it fits into your phone, it fits into your tablet, it fits into your website, it fits into your computer. It also streamlines with whatever software you use for your tax filing. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I hope this helps somebody. And if you have any questions, let me know. I'm all ears. I appreciate y'all. Much love.